10 years ago, it would have taken an office, employees, a full team, lawyers, consultants, a council, a warehouse to build what I have built right here in my garage, essentially solo, with a little hard work, the power of some internet tools, AI, VAs. We are literally living in a revolutionary business moment, a golden opportunity for business, for people who want to build a sustainable multi-six-figure business, which would have taken, not only 10 years ago, all those things I mentioned, employees, we live in an amazing opportunity. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys exactly what I have done to build a sustainable, life-changing business using simple tools, a little perseverance, and I've been able to undercut all those things. So what's up? My name is Jacob. I am a full-time online reseller. As you can see right here in this corner, I have a bunch of bins of clothing because that's what I do for a living. I sell primarily used clothes on sites like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and I've been doing it for almost a decade now. So let me throw the camera up on a tripod. I'm going to share with you exactly what I have done to build what is a multiple six-figure reselling business, pretty much solo. So let's jump into it. What's up, YouTube? Hope everybody is doing well today. And yes, we are going to talk about exactly how I was able to, as a solo entrepreneur, build a very sustainable business for myself using very simple internet tools, the power of AI, some virtual assistants, and what would have taken, a whole multitude of employees and counsel and consultants back in the day. We live in an amazing opportunity for entrepreneurs right now. I want to be able to share with you kind of the ins and outs, some exciting stuff happening on the business front. So I want to share with you a few things that I've sold that I'm packing up. Just some cool vintage stuff that, I don't get a lot of vintage stuff in. Once in a while I do, so I wanted to share it. This cool vintage Dragon Ball Z shirt. Just a really nice, probably mid-90s, maybe early 2000s Dragon Ball Z shirt. It's got an authentic Dragon Ball Z tag. Just a really cool shirt. I wanted to showcase it here on this channel. And then also this really cool vintage made in the USA Rothko camouflage long sleeve. I just love getting stuff like this in and moving for my business, so I want to share with you guys. And then just this really cool USA embroidered Orvis polo shirt. So I'm packing this order up right now. I got about $100 for these three pieces right there, so I figured it would be fun to share with you guys. But yeah, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of today's video, which could potentially be the greatest business revolution of our time, of our generation. It's 2025, and we really do live in a golden opportunity with access to the internet, with access to AI tools, ChatGPT, Gemini, with access to VA services, Fiverr, Upwork, virtual assistant services. Those three things really can help build out an entire full-fledged business. I know it doesn't look like much behind me. I'm literally working in my garage right now, but I own a full-time online reselling business, selling on primarily Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and my business is very, very similar to what you would see an average Goodwill location. It's somewhere in that size if I do my math correctly. And average Goodwill location employs a ton of people, which is amazing. Obviously, this is not a way to undercut employees whatsoever. It's amazing that they're able to employ people. They run a pretty decent sized, retail / warehouse service. And they also hire out a lot of work as well. And I am able to run a similar business model using the power of the internet and AI and VAs. So I'm going to jump into exactly what I've been doing for my business to help get to a point where I can own and run a sustainable, almost Goodwill sized business from my garage, technically, and without a bunch of employees. Super cool stuff. But before we jump into that, I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video and giving myself a chance. Look, I am here to earn my place on YouTube the hard way or the right way or the earned way. You know, if I don't provide value to you guys, then I don't deserve your view. I don't deserve your like. I don't deserve your subscription. So that's my sole intention here, is to provide as much value as I possibly can to you guys. And I believe in karma. I believe that the world will return that favor on my end. So, you know, it's just like anything you get that's good in life, you have to put the effort and output there to receive that back. And that's exactly my intentions for this YouTube channel. Got nothing to sell you. This is free information. Learn from my experiences. You know, don't be afraid to stand on the shoulders of giants, so to speak. And hopefully there's a nugget of information in this video that will help change your life for the better. I believe that the more good I do in the world, the more the world will do in favor for me. You know, I'm old school that way. That's just the way it is. So if you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, subscribe. Let's jump into it. What do I actually do? And what do I mean by, you know, use the power of the internet and AI and VAs to help build a robust, sustainable business that would have taken, you know, employees and you know, consultants and photographers and all that stuff many moons ago? Well, I'll just lay it out for you categorically. So the internet is extremely powerful, and you know that the internet has now become an integrated part of our everyday lives, but I still think we overlooked how powerful it is that we can connect to basically the entire world with a broadband connection. You know, we can put stuff for sale online. Like, you can probably see this horde of a mess of just all these piles of clothes, but this will all be for sale online. And the power of the internet, that connection between all of us, will help me connect me, the seller of this really cool fleece Aztec shirt jacket, with a buyer out there who is going to want this at a discounted price than they would have found for retail. So that is what the power of the internet is. And again, you know, you know, the internet, you know, we're around it all the time. It's been integrated in our lives and it's often overlooked, but there's still, I've read some reports of 500,000 to 1 million new people gain access to the internet every single day. So the internet is still growing around the globe, and sometimes we overlook that. You know, it might be because we live in a first world society, if you're watching here in America or Canada or what have you. But if you're watching from other parts of the world, you know, there might be people around you who are still gaining access to the internet every single day. And that is a powerful tool that businesses of the past haven't had. You know, we really are on the cusp of a online e-commerce, you know, revolution with sites like Poshmark and eBay and Mercari, where you can build viable businesses selling used things to people around the world, where exclusively that would have been held to, you know, thrift stores and flea markets and pawn shops in the past. We are on the cusp of a really cool new era, and it's you know, it's made all the difference for my business. So the internet, super powerful. And alongside the internet, you almost can't go a day without hearing something about artificial intelligence, or AI. It's really becoming prominent in our modern day society, AI, but it is a fantastic tool for all realms of business. And I'll give you a few case examples of how I use it in my everyday life. First of all, ChatGPT, Gemini, you know, the OpenAI one, and the Google AI tools. Super accessible, super affordable, and easy to download onto your cell phone or your computer. And they have helped out my business immensely. A few things that I like to use them for is actually general counsel. So strategic business planning, helping with pricing structures for my business, and also helping with a lot of the SEO and copywriting for my business. So when it comes to listing titles, listing descriptions, some of the back end stuff, I really like to use AI for that. And back in the day, that would have been something that you would have hired out to some sort of marketing or copywriting agency, or you would have had an in-house copywriter that you would pay for, or even with the console stuff, you know. Again, if you need actual legal advice or accounting advice, I would definitely seek a professional in that space, because I don't know if AI is capable of giving actual legal or accounting information just yet, like stuff that would hold up in court or against an audit or whatever. But for basic questions that you don't need to, you know, call up a lawyer or an accountant for, like, you know, just ask ChatGPT it. It is wildly impressive, the information that it can give you if it has a good understanding of your business. So for general counsel, for a lot of SEO and copywriting stuff in the back end, I love AI tools. That's the power of the internet. That's the power of AI. One quick disclaimer on AI, we see in the news and there's a lot of fear mongering around artificial intelligence, is it going to take up all the jobs, all that stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to philosophize or forecast about that. I think it's a fantastic opportunity if you're a business owner. I don't fear it. I would rather instead use it as a tool and use it to its fullest extent to help me and my business and my situation rather than fear it and shy away from it. We'll see what happens. One thing I can tell you, and that's probably, if you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, you see I've been posting a lot more on YouTube. I do believe that, I'm cautiously optimistic, so to speak, on artificial intelligence and AI, that I really want to put more of my face and my feelings and my emotion and personality out there on the internet, just because there is a real possibility that we do end up in kind of a, faceless e-commerce society where a lot of the media you consume is going to be generated by artificial intelligence. A lot of the things you see online are going to be generated by artificial intelligence. So I'm kind of hedging my bets a little bit. I still want to have, besides my business, my presence online, I want to have something that's super real and tangible out there and something that can connect on an emotional level with people. I want you to see my face. I want you to see I'm speaking my feelings on camera because, personal brand, stuff like that. I don't think AI is ever going to be able to I shouldn't speak so soon, but as of right now, that's something that AI will not be able to replicate. I don't think it can replicate me and what I feel in my heart and my mind and translate that onto video. So I'm going to start posting a lot more on this YouTube channel, just across a wide variety of topics, mainly business, reselling, but also, just how I'm feeling day to day. So expect a whole slew of videos, but that's me kind of hedging my bets against AI a little bit. I think personal brand is going to be a big part of the modern world and its authenticity about how we handle e-commerce and social media and just online presence. So there's my quick disclaimer on AI. Let's talk about VAs, or short for virtual assistants. So this has been around for a while now, sites like Fiverr and Upwork, where you can actually hire out people on an a la carte system, so to speak, to do tasks for your business. And I've been a big fan of VAs for a very, very long time. Everything from, now we can use AI for like accounting services, but even from like accounting and the legal end, I really like VA assistance with that. And again, anything that you need, go on sites like Fiverr or Upwork. You can find something specific to your business. When it comes down to like the real brass tacks of my business, VAs are super, super good with anything from back-end photography needs. Anything from being able to assist with, something specific to my business would be listing, the cover photos on listings, being able to get nice, clean cover photos for my business that are edited by a professional on an a la carte basis, and have a really clean presence that helps with conversion rates on the back end. I can pay for that a la carte using virtual assistants. And there's regardless of your industry or your business, there is something out there in the VA space that can absolutely help you and take something off your plate where, back in the day, just for that simple task that I explained, I would have had to have a photographer on payroll and a photo editor on payroll in order to do those things. But now I can do that for realistically pennies on the dollars of what it would cost to have somebody in-house back in the day, 10 years ago, that would have been the case. So definitely utilize sites like Fiverr, Upwork to figure out really creative ways to outsource things for your business. And not only will things be done probably in a more professional manner, but it'll also buy back a lot of your time. One of the cruxes as entrepreneurs is we think we can do everything. That's one of our greatnesses and also one of our weaknesses. So use it very, very carefully. But we definitely get caught up spinning too many plates in the air at once. And, ultimately we only have so much ability. One of those plates is going to drop and it's really going to hurt you in one area of your business. So definitely things that you think you can handle, but maybe you see the plate is falling, think about maybe outsourcing that to some sort of VA. It's a fantastic tool. All right, so there we have it. We live in a very, very special time that you can build a big, viable business with very, very low overhead. It is really remarkable. AI, we are definitely like in the midst of an AI revolution. AI is kind of like Bitcoin at $1. I don't invest into cryptocurrencies, or I'm not in that world or anything, but obviously, Bitcoin used to be $1 one day, or Bitcoin used to be $1, and it's, I think it broke like $100,000 this year. AI is kind of like a Bitcoin at $1. So use it to your advantage and get on it early, because I think there's a big wave coming. So that's all I have for you guys today. Leave it with that. I will be back probably tomorrow with another video. I'm going to keep these videos coming. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. I hope I was able to provide value in some sense, in a way that you can apply to your business or your life. With that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day. Be good to one another, and I'll see you guys again. Peace.